Hi guys, back down in the workshop today, and we're going to do another quick little project. I like these because I can usually start them and wrap them up the same day or maybe the next day, and I don't get bored a couple of days into a huge project. So these little ones are fun. So today I'm going to be working on a street sign, like a number sign for my sister-in-law's house. So I'm going to start with some plywood here. I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to glue it together to make it thicker. Then draw some little design that I might steal off of Google, cut that out on the bandsaw, paint it, attach it to the post, and that'll be it. So this should be easy enough. So I'm going to start by just dividing this in two. Alright, so let's go cut that now. So this is too wide for the bandsaw, so I'm going to use a jigsaw. Now with that cut, I'm going to glue these two pieces together. Now I'll just clamp it down while it dries. Now let's make some numbers to cut out. Perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to scribe these, and I need 2 3s. So I'm just going to scribe these, cut them out, and then I'll use those numbers I cut out to trace the next few I'll need. So now before I head to the bandsaw, I'm just going to cut out those 2 center pieces. I'll drill a hole first, cut them with the jigsaw, because obviously I can't do that with the bandsaw. Okay, that's 3 numbers done. Now let's trace the rest and get those cut out. Okay, while that primer dries, let's try to make some sort of design here. Okay, so I decided to leave the top corners here flat because that's where the brackets that I want to put on are going to screw in. So I just made a little notch here and some little radiuses just to kind of give it some sort of shape. I'm going to cut this out on the bandsaw and then maybe just route a little bead around here and see what that looks like. Okay, so now we're just going to put a little bead on there. Okay, so I'm quite happy with that. I think now I'm going to add a couple of screws for strength, just so the wind doesn't take it out, and paint that up too. Okay, now this guy is going to get a coat of primer. Okay, I'm not sure how it's going to look, but I'm going to try like a metallic aluminum for the numbers. Okay, I'm not sure what this is going to look like, but I'm thinking of maybe a flat black background with the numbers in this silver. And maybe I'll do the ring around in silver once that black is dry. I think it'll be a nice contrast. So I'm going to paint this black now. Okay, now that the black is dry, I'm going to do the same silver along the edge of the sign. Okay, so everything's pretty much dry. I might have to touch up some of this black later on because I'm about to scuff it up a bit, but I'm gonna try putting the numbers on. Well, I think that looks pretty good. Got a couple of spots where the nails are coming through that I'm going to touch up the black. I'm going to touch up the silver there again and some overspray here, but I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I think she'll like that. Okay, aside from the touch-ups, that sign is basically ready. Now I'm going to focus on the actual post to hold it. So excuse the mess, but this is what I've got to work with. An old realty post. So I've already gone through and taken most of the staples out of this end here so that I don't hit anything with the saw. I think my plan right now is going to be to cut it about here to shorten it because it's much too long. Because this sign's going to weigh a lot less than the big realty signs, I don't think I need this extra support here. So I'm going to take these two off and see how this is attached, if it's just screwed through here, if I can take some of this stuff off and maybe trim this here. So I'm going to take that apart and see what I can do there. Okay, so I've got those off, and looking here, it looks like that's just bolted through with a big lag screw. So I think I may just trim this here, make a little plug to fit in there, and that'll be much cleaner. Might even put a little bit of a radius on this or something. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do next. Okay, so off camera I just notched the little end here and two little notches here, and I'm gonna take the sander, just round that out a little bit. And then I think I'm gonna take the router out and just put a bit of a bead on the edges there to, you know, make it look a little better. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so let's put a little bit of a bead on there and see what it looks like. Well, that sure made a mess of sawdust, but I've got it all cleaned up, and let's see if you guys can see that, but I think that turned out quite nice. I like that. So I'm going to sand this down, try to clean it up a little bit, prep it for paint, and then make the little plug for this hole. So I'll start that now. Okay, with the plug-in, I filled the little bit of a gap that there was there with some glue and sawdust and sanded it smooth. Now with this pretty much done, I'm going to throw a coat of paint on it just to seal it up. And I don't know, the person that's going to get it may want to change the color, but I'm just going to do it white again. So I'm going to paint that now. Okay, so it's all painted and I attached the sign to the post. Now we'll get that delivered and hopefully she likes it. If you guys like this video, this mini project, let me know in the comments below. Hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is just a quick project. Obviously it's nothing fancy, but I thought I'd share what I'm up to. Thanks for watching.